could do ProTeach, or I could do some other kind of certifications potentially, or I could do national boards. And so national boards seemed like it had the highest rigor.
My wife forced me to do it. She had been certified for about 4 years and was a facilitator, and she says, you've got to do this. You need to have that capacity.
I wasn't satisfied with the professional development that I've had before, kind of like a very weak latte. I heard about it when I went to a WEA rep assembly, and I was really intrigued with the fact that national boards focus highly on reflection.
The process really gave me the chance to identify more clearly for myself where I could get better.
I am looking at what I do with a critical eye and backing away from it so that I can see, did what I do make a difference?
Board certification just really zeroes in on that process of looking at your students, what their actual outcomes are, and if you're meeting the goal, great, but if you're not, what are you going to do differently?
After being certified for several years, I'm willing to take on new challenges. I see my students differently. I see the curriculum differently. I see where I can put a little bit of me while maintaining what the district wants to do.
It's hard to take a good look at yourself. National boards forces you to do that and then gets you in the habit of always doing that.
What the boards did for me is to take my scope from outside of my school all the way into my district and then all the way into my state, and really focus on equitable practices that would ensure equal opportunities for all students.
My natural instinct is to shy away from reflection, to think about things in my head after I've taught them, but never to look back at my lessons, never to be forced to write about the lessons.
Even at the advocacy level, working with local legislators, there's a certain credibility that I think goes with national board certification when speaking to those people who then go over to Olympia and make decisions affecting our profession.
I know better, I do better. I look at the 5 core propositions, I go back to them all the time.
National boards was probably one of the toughest, most exhilarating things I've ever done in my life. And the end result is I now live that exhilaration every day.
I am completely different, not just within my profession, but within my family and my personal life. I'm a different human because I go about looking at learning and humans differently through the national board process.
That allows me to look at myself and have more confidence in what I'm doing, to speak out, to push back, to say what's best for kids.
You can work on your improvements, reflect on your practice, and just always be looking at ways that you can improve by using data, by using student voice, by using collaboration with your colleagues.
It seems expensive, but it's expensive not to do it.
Going through the process will force you to ensure that your instruction, your management, and your contribution to your school as a whole will be stronger than it ever could have been.
This is not something to be afraid of. This is something to take on as an exciting new challenge and a new part of your career, and it's very rewarding.
It's okay to cry, it's okay to fall down, it's okay to feel like you can't do it, and then you get up and you wipe your tears away and then you do it.
Seattle Education Association sponsored our cohort, and it was tremendously valuable to have a cohort. It would have been very difficult to do this on my own.
If you're even contemplating it at all, that means that you want to know. And that want to know, it's going to grow. And the process will take you through.
Just go for it. It's the best thing you will ever do as a professional.